on the map. Like, whoa, y'all ain't even know the place I had to go. Like, whoa, put 100 down and put us on the map. Like, whoa, like, whoa, like, whoa, 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 like, whoa. Whoa, I don't care about no rest. I'ma sleep when I'm king. Power and connects, I'm in my scene. I don't care about no rest. I'ma sleep when I'm king. Power and connect,
What's going on, Mohicans? It's your boy Rod Apocalypse.
And it's your girl Michelle.
And welcome to the number one culture pod. We finna be getting here today. We are talking about past traumas in relationships / marriages.
Yes, so I think you guys should put on your thinking hat because this is a very, very, very serious topic. And I feel like a lot of couples do not talk about this.
No cap. So, the first question is for y'all Mohicans. Write down in the comments what y'all want us to answer for y'all. We will like for y'all to participate, okay? So therefore, the first question, do you think most relationships / marriages fail because of past traumas? Let's get into it, Michelle.
Yes, and I know I said that very comical, but yes, I do feel like relationships / marriages do feel of past trauma because nobody wants to talk about it. Nobody doesn't want to heal. And then you want to jump up and get into the next relationship with somebody, but you bring in baggage.
Definitely.
And you're not even trying to work on yourself to be a better person. So you can, when this person do come into your life, you guys can build. But instead of that, you want to bring it in. You think it's okay. You feel like I can sweep it under the rug. It's no problem. But then when that person do something to you that causes a trigger or a reminder of what you went through in your past relationship, now you want to get mad, go 5150, get angry, get upset. All the above, and now your partner looking at you like you crazy.
You hit him with that. Oh, you're my ex.
Because I've done that before, so trust me, it's not a good thing.
I've done it before too.
And it's not a good feeling because you will get upset. You be like, you remind me of who? What are you talking about? But see, you never did talk to your partner about what happened. And you need to do that. It's very important. And I'm saying for ladies, I'm not excluding the men, but from a woman's point of view, we do that. We carry a lot of emotional baggage. Definitely. We really do. And sometimes we don't realize it's a lot. So when we start unloading on our partner, then you didn't really realize, I had a lot. I didn't know I was carrying that around in my heart. Oh, and then we wonder why we cannot flourish in our relationships because we did not heal our trauma.
And that's why a lot of people feel like that a woman always wins an argument.
9 times out of 10 we do because we have so much to say and we give up shits. But you know what? For somebody who is argumentative, I'm speaking about myself, you know what? You have to learn when to be quiet. And you have to learn when to speak. And then when you speak, learn how to speak. All that plays a part when you were talking because I'm one of those that used to pop, 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 didn't care. I just had to get it out. But then again, you know what? I was traumatizing my husband. And I didn't realize it. And then when I did realize it, there were a lot of times I didn't trip off of it because I was upset. I wanted to get my point across. But I didn't realize I was traumatizing him because guess what? I still had baggage from prior relationships that I was holding on to. And I would throw it on to him like it was his fault. But then, I had to really work on myself and say, you know what, hey, that's not his fault. I wasn't dating him at that time. I was dating somebody else. How can I sit here and make this man pay for what the last man did? If I didn't make him pay for it, why am I making my husband pay for it? It's a lot to think about, ladies. Husband, you have anything to say on that? He's snappy Mohicans.
Time. Let's get into it. I got a lot to say about this. First of all, let me acknowledge my wife. First and foremost.
Hey guys.
Second of all, she's been a big help with this subject because this is how we actually came up with this subject. She asked me a question that I had to really think about because sometimes when we do talk to each other about things like this and things that has to do with relationships and the business and our kids and things like that, things of that nature, that's the time where, you know, you really have to double down and really tap into this because it's real serious. Y'all see what's going on in the world today. We ain't gonna get into all that, but y'all see. If you know, you know. So, she asked me about trauma. You know, like my past trauma. So, I thought to myself, I'm like, you know what? That's a real good question because of the things that we went through in our relationship. So, actually really thinking about it, a lot of trauma came up in my end. And I spoke about it. And I was like, wow, I never really understood how much trauma I was holding in myself. Because all that sadness start coming back up overwhelming, you know. So, with that being said, it's very critical when a person decides to proceed into getting in relationships after they last one and ignore the trauma. Because when you do that, it bottles up and it goes all the way down to the root. And us men, as being who we are, dominating, narcissistic, you know, wanting everything to go our way, you know, telling the spouse or whatever is me or the highway, always about me. It's about you when you want it to be, and that's not the way things supposed to be. So therefore, prime example. So let's say you've been in about 3 or 4 relationships. None of them work, and they didn't end off the same note as the last relationship. That's where the trauma comes in, because you dealing with this person and they treating you this way. They treating you how they want to treat you. They treating you this way. They treating you that way. They doing you this way. They doing you that way. So you want to cut it off, leave it alone. Then you go to the next person, and then they doing this and they doing that. Some of the things that they doing is reminding you of your past relationship or your last relationship. Some of the things they doing is new to you, and you still don't like it. Now, so you cool off that. Then this is where the generational curse comes in. You have this baggage, that baggage, that baggage, that baggage. Now you got all that bottled up. Then you think to yourself, okay, I guess women are just like this. I guess men are just like this. So therefore, you stuck on looking at women a certain way, or men or women are stuck on looking at men a certain way. So now both of y'all looking at each other a certain way without dealing with trauma. This is why you have to deal with the trauma. This is why you have to build trust. If you don't build trust with your spouse or the person that you're dating, how can you sit there and talk about the trauma? Right?
Definitely. And I feel like you have to have trust. Because when you're sharing something like that, you're being very vulnerable. you're opening up. You're letting your guard down. That, that's something that you would not usually share with anybody.
Right.
Your family, even your best friends. You really take that time out to share with somebody. I feel like, that you have to trust that person. And they should be able to trust you. And that's something that's very important. You need to have trust. Now, if you can't trust, then I'll keep your mouth shut. Don't say anything.
2 key words here: healing and trust. 2
Definitely.
key words.
You have to make sure that you can trust that person. Because, again, you're opening up. You're being vulnerable. You're letting that guard down. You're talking about things that, and saying things that you would not usually tell somebody else. Or even your family, even your own mother. You know what I'm saying? So this is why I say when you open up, make sure that's somebody who you can trust. And make sure that after you do, don't go on the phone and start talking about, oh, bruh, man, this girl got problems. And, man, I didn't know she had trauma like this. If you want those that like to run your mouth, then, baby, you don't need to be in a relationship.
Exactly.
Okay? That's one thing we need to learn in relationships. Learn how to keep your business to yourself. It's not everyone's business to know what's going on. So I definitely see and say when you definitely know you have trauma, before you even jump into the relationship, work on yourself. Definitely. I don't care if you gotta go talk to a therapist, a shrink, a counselor, a best friend, because sometimes you can't talk to the medical.
That's another key word. Self-esteem. Self-esteem.
And women can have low self-esteem because you know what? I've dealt with it. And I had it. So I'm not going to tell somebody to do something.
A lot of us men have that too, but we do not want to admit it. Y'all got to stop doing that.
Mental health is real, y'all. Traumas is real, y'all. And I noticed that like my husband just said, men don't want to talk about it. Women, we will, some of us are very private. We will, but 9 times out of 10, women, we will speak about it. Men just like, ain't nothing wrong. I'm good. I don't need to talk about it. But then,
and that was my problem. That was my problem right there.
And look at your past, and then if you look at your past relationships, and you be like, wow, like maybe I could have did this better if I just would have talked about it. But then again, I kind of understand why some of us don't open up, because you can be with somebody who don't care nothing about what you've been through.
Exactly.
They don't care. As long as they can get what they can get out of you. They don't care about your traumas. They don't care about what happened and what you went through and why
we're not saying that just open up to the person that you're with. You got to be able to have that trust. And first and foremost, when y'all do build that trust, can't nobody tell y'all nothing. Cause y'all done built that trust. Y'all done sit there and y'all done discuss to each other about the past traumas that y'all done went through. And both of y'all are willing to help each other. So once y'all get that established, then y'all can go into, look. So this is what happened to me in this relationship. This is what happened to me in that relationship. This is how I felt. This is what I kept This is what I kept on me. And then you got the next person that's willing. You got the person that you're discussing your trauma to. They willing to help you out, so they understanding how you feeling now. Now that they understand that how you feeling, then they open up. Now they open up, so both of y'all know what's going on. Now y'all can work on each other. Okay, this person is going to do that for you. Okay, that person is going to do that for you, and you're going to do that for that person. So therefore, y'all working it out. A lot of people don't do that. A lot of people really don't do that. If you go around the world nowadays, you will see that. You will see that, okay, well, these people got problems. This couple got problems. That couple got problems. Hey, it comes in your house. Hey, what's going on? So. Then auntie come in. Like, what's going on with y'all now? Like, come on, man.
And you know what I noticed too? Sometimes people make fun of your traumas. When you really are really opening up and being vulnerable, sometimes the person that you with can also laugh at your traumas, think it's funny. Oh, it's nothing serious. Oh, that's nothing. You're just over exaggerating. And I'm telling you, when a person do that, that's a red flag. Run. Please run. Because he's showing or she's showing you now they don't care about nothing from then on out. Whatever you talk about, something serious is going on with you. If they can tell you that your traumas or it's over exaggerating, or it's not that serious, you putting 10 on the 2, baby, do not run, do not walk, don't crawl, don't get to going. Because that is not it. When you're opening up, you are trusting this person to listen to you, to be there for you. If they can elaborate on it because they experienced it, then that's what they're supposed to do. But if you don't want nobody to elaborate, you just need an ear, then he or she's supposed to be there to listen to you, what you're going through. But if they just brushing it off and they just ignoring it, then stop the conversation right then and there. Do not continue. Just go. Don't even stay. Don't even try to either, if you're getting ready to start a relationship or you have started a relationship with this person, leave. I don't care. Leave. Because they showing you now they do not care about your traumas. They don't care to help you. Because guess what? They can't help themselves. So again, if you two have trauma, whoever you are, please work on yourself before you jump into a relationship. Because if you don't, y'all two toxic people. Y'all can't do nothing. And the sex, that's whatever. That's a temporary feeling. Because after that's done, that's all you got. Y'all still got trauma. You two toxic trauma people just having sex.
It's actually a 3-step process to this trauma thing to work on yourself. 1, don't get into the relationship until you deal with yourself. Until you forgive yourself, because forgiveness is a powerful thing. Until you forgive yourself, that's number 1. Forgive yourself and forgive yourself, and then forgive the people that caused you that trauma.
Yes.
Those are 2 things that you need to do to build your self-esteem back up. I'm telling you, it's real. It's real out here. If you don't, you're going to self-destruct right up here. So, 2 things. Yourself and that person. For the number 1, for forgiveness. Forgive them, forgive yourself. Number 2, face your traumas head on. Face them head on. Don't run from the process. That's a hashtag that we got. Please use that hashtag. Bring us up there. Do not run from the process. Hashtag don't run from the process, okay? Do not.
Face it. Please do.
That's why they call obstacles, man. That's why it's called bumpy rocks. Don't run from the process.
Face it, please. Because, and please don't try to use any substance, smoking, drinking, whatever that you think is okay, because it numbs it for that moment. Yes, it does, and it does take you away from reality. But when I promise you, when it's high and that and your drunkenness come down, that problem is right there looking at you at your face.
That's why.
So what are you going to do? Are you going to sit here and continue to ignore it? Or are you going to put on your big girl panties and you're going to put on your big boy drawers and we going to soldier it out? You going to face it.
Exactly.
And
Warriors, people.
Come on. And I'm going to encourage you to face it. Please face it. Face it.
And just know y'all not alone out here. That's why we talking about this.
Definitely.
So the second thing, once you've done that, once you forgave yourself, once you forgave the people that caused that trauma, once you face them head on, and I'm pretty sure, I'm not going off topic, but I'm pretty sure that most of us Mohicans out here have past trauma that's been built up for years. So I'm going to tell you, this is not going to be an easy thing, and this is not going to be a thing that's going to be overnight, done in a month. You can't put a time limit on this because this is yourself. You can't put a time limit on that. So it's going to take time.
And do not rush it.
Don't run from the process. So
don't rush it.
So therefore, the second thing you need to do, proceed looking for your next relationship. And once you find that, date first. Date first.
Date me learn. It means
Date
you're learning.
first.
You're learning. Learn their likes, their dislikes.
Date first.
Learn. Do they like children? Do they hate children? Do they want to be married or they don't want to be married?
Do they have the same interests as you? Do you have the same interests as them?
Do they respect their family, their mother, their father, their sister, their brothers? It's good to know all of that because sometimes you can have trauma and with your family, and then they get with you, and honey, they unload on you what their family did to them, what they should have corrected, but they did not. So they blaming you for what their family did to them, and you didn't even know them and didn't have a clue what they went through as a child into their adulthood. So that's why I say stop jumping in the bed. Want to get your cheeks clapped and date the person. Learn them. Learn how they are, because you know what? Red flags can be right in your face. And sometimes, in women, because some of us is desperate, we want a man so bad, we will overlook those red flags and we overlook them traumas just to say, I have a man. So I'm not trying to be like I'm evil or mean or nothing, but I want to encourage you ladies. And for the men, my husband's going to do that. But I'm speaking specifically to the ladies. Please date. Don't jump in the bed. But if you just so hot and bothered, go get checked. Go get tested. Please. I'm saying that because a lot of times, you know, we don't think about that.
Exactly.
We don't think about that.
Fellas. Slow roll. Okay? I'm speaking for us. Because we like to move fast.
Praise the Lord, we do.
So,
Jesus. And I mean that.
like I said, date.
Yes.
It does not hurt to date.
Ooh. It does not hurt. Sorry, guys.
Right, exactly.
Don't worry about it.
Exactly. So, let me tell you. Don't be afraid to let the woman go if she want to walk out, because most times, 9 times out of 10, it's a red flag anyway. That's why I say date first. I say date first because I know a lot of men like us tend to be territorial. We're territorial. We tend to be narcissistic at times. We tend to be dominant. Okay? Date first. Date first.
Definitely.
This is a must. You jump into it. I'm not going to say that you're not going to be successful. I'm not saying that y'all won't be successful in the marriage or relationship. But what I'm saying is that you jump in is baggage that you have to deal with on both ends. And if y'all ain't dealt with that yet, well,
problems, issues.
Just know, you just know misery loves company. Okay?
And
just know that.
Some women that are like that, and men, that is very true. We don't want you hurt either, men.
Just know that.
We don't. A lot of times we leave the men out and we just focus on the women, and that's why a lot of men have trauma, because nobody don't want to elaborate and they don't want to talk about that, and they don't want to validate a man's feeling what he's been through. But men, we are here for you. We're here for the women and we're here for the men. We want people to deal with their traumas. We don't want anybody to continue.
We not calling this the #1 culture pod for nothing. We will get up there. Yes. Because we own these sensitive subjects that the world don't want to talk about.
And we're gonna be real. And we only gonna speak about stuff that we know and what we have experienced.
This is not just a hack. This is not just a hack.
Yeah, but like I was saying, but we're gonna speak about the real, and it's gonna get better and better and better and better, y'all.
We're gonna always keep it 100.
Episode. So hey, y'all, please like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Please share this.
Please.
Share this.
And you know what? Put in there what you want us to talk about, because we're pretty open people to talk about things, but we definitely are going to stick to the things that we know, not the things that we assume. Things that we know that we can relate to, because we don't want to be that podcast just trying to be popular and just speaking on things and we don't have a clue what we're talking about, and you guys can sense that.
We want y'all Mohicans to reach that higher consciousness. Okay?
Keep the Lord with you everywhere you go.
Exactly.
Now that's for those who believe in Christ. If you don't, then okay, you talk to who you talk to. But I'm sitting here saying, keep the Lord with you and keep him with you always. And do not be afraid to please reach out to a therapist. If you need help, please do. Please do. You know what I'm saying? It's natural before spiritual. So I definitely want you to reach out to somebody that you can trust to sit here and to get that baggage removed, because you don't want to keep going through life having that baggage. You only got one life. Please live it. Please live it to the fullest. But please get help. Please get help. And we will be listing the hotlines for suicide, crisis, whatever it is. We're gonna list it because we want to promote positivity. We want to promote getting help with mental health.
Exactly.
So please do not be afraid to put in the comments what you would like us to talk about. And please, again, get the help that you need so you can be successful. If you never get into another relationship again, but make sure that you don't carry that baggage no more.
Yep. Stay prayed up, warriors. It's real out here.
On my weekends, we thank you for your time. We thank you guys for listening. And again, this is the #1 culture pod, y'all.
#1. And it's gonna be there.
It's gonna be there, y'all. So we look forward to the comments, y'all. So please, and none of you rude. Don't be rude. Don't be rude. Don't be rude, okay? Because we will drop the rude comments, okay? We're here to help. We're here to help. We're being positive, not negative.
I'm gonna tell you what it is. Be rude if you want to. I'm gonna get you.
I'm just gonna pray for you. I don't have time. Pray and block. Pray and block. Okay? But you know what? We don't want that. We want positivity, y'all. It's enough negativity in the world. We don't need to add no more of that. So, gang out, we finna go. Thank y'all. We love y'all. And you will see more of us coming up soon. So, be on the lookout for the #1 culture pod, y'all. All right. Peace, y'all.
Coach Pod. Gotta go.
Bye.
Like whoa. Like whoa. Like whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Like